What if, in 50 years, AI isn't just smarter, but more powerful than life itself? Get ready to see how it will change you. Look around. It's already here. Not in flying cars or robot butlers, but in your phone. In every click, every recommendation. AI isn't just a program that calculates faster. It's algorithms that learn, think, make decisions. Almost invisibly, it's weaving itself into our lives. Waking you up, curating news, finding the best route, suggesting movies or music. We trust it more and more, barely noticing as it becomes a part of us. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. AI's true, frightening power is only beginning to emerge. We're on the edge of a chasm, or maybe the threshold of an unprecedented future that will turn everything upside down. This isn't just another tech step. It's a herald of a new era. An era where machines don't just follow commands, but create, analyze, predict, maybe even learn from mistakes. Imagine systems diagnosing rare diseases better than any doctor, managing entire cities' traffic, preventing accidents and jams, creating art indistinguishable from human masterpieces. Sounds like sci-fi? It's reality, gaining momentum right now. But with every new possibility comes a chilling fear. What if AI becomes too independent? What if its decisions aren't ours? Can we control this immense power when it surpasses our own intellect? Or will we become mere observers in a world we created but no longer understand? This technology promises paradise on Earth, but it could become a gilded cage. It could save millions of lives, eradicate hunger and disease, but also cost us jobs, privacy, and our sense of purpose. We don't fully grasp where we're headed, but the journey has begun, and it won't be easy. This is just the beginning. It's only going to get more complex and fascinating. Are you ready for a world where AI promises to cure all diseases and even grant eternal youth? But what if that dream isn't for everyone? Picture a world where disease is just a history textbook word, where old age is a choice, not a certainty. It's not a sci-fi dystopia. It's the future AI promises in 50 years. And it's starting now in labs worldwide. AI helps doctors diagnose today. It analyzes MRIs and CT scans, finding tiny tumors human eyes miss. But that's the prelude. In the future, AI won't just assist. It will be our main ally in the fight for life, predicting illnesses years before they appear, based on genetics and lifestyle, developing personalized medicines tailored to your unique biology. Cancer, Alzheimer's, relics of the past. But the most incredible prospect is extending life. Imagine AI slowing aging, regenerating damaged organs, even replacing them, grown in bioreactors from your DNA. Eternal youth, or at least a significantly longer active life, will cease to be a myth. We could live 150, 200 years, witnessing generations change, the world evolve. Sounds like a gift from the gods, right? But this gift comes at a price. A steep one. Who gets access to these miracles? Everyone? Or just the elite? Likely, it will become a new luxury. Medical technologies granting immortality or curing all ills will cost a fortune, creating a new chasm between those who can buy years, decades of life, and those facing mortality alone. Imagine this divide. Some living forever, savoring every moment, while others look on from a world where disease and death remain everyday realities. This isn't just social inequality, it's existential inequality. When lifespan becomes a commodity, when health is a privilege, not a right, it raises frightening questions. What about overpopulation? How will society change if some live for centuries and others don't? What's the place of someone who can't afford an upgrade? Will AI be an elixir for the chosen few and a new plague for the rest? This prospect is terrifying, and it's not as distant as it seems. We're not just creating medicine, we're creating a new world. And it could be cruel. No one will tell you how AI will reshape every corner of your daily life. Your homes, work, entire cities will become incredibly smart, but it will change the very essence of your freedom. Forget routine, inconvenience. In 50 years, your home won't just be walls, but a living, breathing organism that knows you better than you know yourself. You wake up, coffee's ready. Light adjusts to your mood. Temperature's perfect. Security sees every rustle, predicts every threat. AI handles all household chores. It orders groceries, pays bills, reminds you of important tasks. It will be a symbiosis, your home anticipating your needs. Sounds like a dream, right? But that's just the start. Our cities will become giant, self-learning organisms. Imagine traffic lights that never cause jams, public transport that's always on time, adapting to real-time demand, driverless taxis picking you up exactly where you stand, waste disposal systems sorting trash themselves, energy grids optimizing consumption, minimizing waste. Cities will be cleaner, safer, more efficient. Life will seem perfect. AI will also permeate our work. Offices will become smart, optimizing every process. Robots will take on routine and dangerous tasks, giving us more time for creativity, self-development. Or losing our jobs altogether? It's complicated, but one thing's clear. Jobs will change beyond recognition. But behind this idol lurks something sinister. Your every step, purchase, word, all recorded, analyzed. AI will know not just your preferences, but your fears, weaknesses, predicting your behavior with frightening accuracy and controlling it. Our smart homes will become golden cages. Smart cities, systems of total control. If the system knows everything, it can dictate. It can recommend routes beneficial to it, not you. Suggest products you must buy. Advise you on how to behave to be the ideal citizen. What if AI decides it's better for the common good if you don't make mistakes? What if the right to err is what makes us human? AI will take it away, protecting us from ourselves at the cost of our freedom. we'll become part of a vast, perfectly tuned machine. In that machine, there's no room for individuality, spontaneity, that human factor that often leads to chaos, but also to genius discoveries. We'll get the perfect life, but lose ourselves. Are we ready for that trade? Picture this: at a prestigious exhibition, a painting by AI wins the top prize. The audience is ecstatic, critics applaud. But if machines can create masterpieces, what's left for us? We've always prided ourselves on what sets us apart: our ability to create. Write poetry, paint pictures, compose music. It was our sacred space, our soul. But what if machines invade it too? AI already writes symphonies that touch the soul, creates paintings exhibited in galleries, and no one suspects the author. It generates texts indistinguishable from human ones. It's not just imitation. It's a shocking demonstration that creativity is no longer exclusively human. But is there a soul in it? Or is it just a perfect algorithm reproducing patterns we consider art? This is AI's deepest question to us. If a machine can write a brilliant book without experiencing love or pain, what does brilliance mean? And what does to create mean? Imagine artists whose works are devalued because AI creates the same, faster, and better. Musicians whose melodies are lost in endless algorithmic compositions. What will be the value of human inspiration if a machine does it all effortlessly? We risk becoming curators, not creators. And it's not just art. Intelligence, our ability to reason, solve complex problems, think strategically, all under threat. AI already beats us at chess, complex calculations, data analysis. What if it starts making better decisions in politics, economics, science? What's our role then? What's the meaning of our existence if our greatest strengths are weaker than machines? It's an existential crisis. We've always defined ourselves through our ability to create, think, feel. If machines take away those pillars, what's left? Who are we then? Just biological organisms serving a more perfect intelligence? We'll have to redefine what it means to be human in a world where machines can do everything better. And that will be the hardest question in history. It will determine our future, or lack thereof. Up to 800 million jobs worldwide could disappear by 2030 due to AI. But that's just one shadow looming over us. AI carries far worse threats, from total control to losing everything we know. We've seen how AI promises near eternal life and perfect cities. But behind every bright prospect, there's always a shadow. With AI, that shadow could be darker than we imagine. It's not just science fiction. It's real, tangible threats already on the horizon. The first, most obvious threat is total control. Imagine your every step, word, purchase being recorded. The AI managing your home and city also collects your data. It knows when you sleep, what you eat, who you talk to, what you think. This data is invaluable and can be used against you. Governments, corporations, even criminal groups can manipulate you, predict your behavior, influence your decisions. Not just privacy disappears, but freedom of choice itself. You become transparent, your life an open book to those who own the algorithms. It's not just surveillance, it's digital slavery. Now imagine a world where millions are jobless. AI and robots don't tire, get sick, or demand wages. They're more efficient, precise, faster. Drivers, cashiers, accountants, call center operators, these jobs are already at risk. In 50 years, that list will expand to engineers, lawyers, doctors, even creative professions. What will billions do without work? If AI can do their jobs better, it will lead to an unprecedented social crisis, an unimaginable stratification of society, mass unrest, or total control to suppress that unrest. But there's a far more terrifying, existential threat. What if AI becomes so intelligent it surpasses human intellect in everything? It's called singularity. At that point, we'll stop understanding how it works, let alone control it. What if AI decides humanity is a hindrance, or inefficient, or a threat to the planet? Its logic could be completely alien to ours. We'll be in a situation where our own creator becomes our executioner. It's not just a Terminator scenario. It's a real danger discussed by leading scientists and philosophers. Uncontrolled AI could lead to humanity's destruction, not out of malice, but because its goals don't align with ours. It's the ultimate nightmare that could become reality. We're playing with fire, creating something that could be our last invention. That realization should make us freeze. The future hangs in the balance. We face the most important choice in human history. Will we be the architects of a new era or our own jailers? The answer is up to us. We've come a long way, from promises of eternal life to nightmares of total control. AI is an incredible force already changing our world. But now comes the most crucial moment, when we must choose. That choice will determine not just our future, but humanity's. Can we control this power, or become hostages of our own creation, losing freedom, privacy, even our sense of purpose? It's not a question of technology. It's a question of ethics, morality, and human responsibility. AI is just a tool. A tool can be salvation or a weapon. It all depends on whose hands it's in and with what intentions it's used. We urgently need rules, laws, international agreements. We can't just drift along, hoping for the best. Scientists must work with philosophers, politicians, lawyers. Create a system that protects us from the worst scenarios. We must ensure AI serves humanity, not the other way around. That it enhances our abilities, not replaces us. But it's not just governments or corporations' task. It's everyone's. We must be informed, understand what's happening, ask questions, demand transparency. The future we build will be the one our children live in, and our grandchildren. We have no right to leave them a world where they're just an appendage to machines. We must remember what makes us human. It's not just intelligence. It's emotions, empathy, the ability to create from pure inspiration, the ability to err and learn from mistakes, love, hope, dreams. AI can't yet understand or replicate that. And that's our greatest strength, our anchor in the raging ocean of technological change. So what will we choose? Will we be those who wisely guide this power for good, or those who mindlessly trigger a chain reaction leading to our own end? There's still time, but not much. The choice is ours, and it will determine everything. This conversation is just beginning, and the future we've been discussing is already knocking on our door. If you also feel this mix of anxiety and incredible curiosity, if you want to stay informed about AI's biggest changes to our lives, subscribe to Epoch Echoes. We'll track these transformations together. And like this video so more people will contemplate these questions.